This morning I met with a young guy by the name of Emmanuel, and he's been involved with, or supported, I guess, by I Am Someone for a long time. And he'll tell his own story, right? So you'll see that interview in a minute. But I just wanted to highlight that as I've ridden around, one of the things that you notice quite quickly is that all children are working. And I know for many people that this would be hard to stomach, the idea of kids working. But the reality is when you're a family unit and you're struggling to eat, it actually makes perfect sense that everybody works. So I've seen kids, obviously, they're always carrying water. You know, water's always a distance away. Kids making mud bricks, kids digging, kids in the garden, kids drying out various types of food. But the kids are, sometimes you see them playing, the really young ones, but they're always working. And Emmanuel talks a little about the fact that when he wasn't in school, he was doing kind of things at home. And I just wanted to really highlight to you what that actually means, because it does mean working. You know, our kids in Australia, they just don't have to work. But yeah, I will let Emmanuel tell his story.
I'm Masereka Emmanuel. I'm so glad to meet you, Brad. I'm a medical student studying from Kampala International University and practicing from Lira Regional Referral, which is in the northern part of our country, Uganda. I'm so happy to see you, Brad, and I'm so excited that I've met you, and I'm happy to share a little part of my story with you, especially concerning my life. Yeah, thank you.
So tell us a bit about how you got involved with I Am Someone Orphaned.
I got involved with Someone when I was in P5, primary 5. I was at the age of 12, and by then I was living with my aunt under hard conditions, and like the life wasn't easy by then. I was struggling with school fees, I was struggling with life generally, and when I got support with Someone, they took me to a better school. I made my performances very well, and it helped me concentrate and improve my studies. That helped me get into secondary school and then high school, which I completed and joined university. And by then, just before I got into orphaned, before I got involved with Someone, I had dropped out of school. Actually, I had finished about two terms out of school. There was no fees, and life was really, really hard. So I was living with my aunt, who didn't have enough. Like, she was struggling taking me to school. Yes, but after getting support from Someone, now I got a better platform to practice my best. And I can say, when I got into the new school where they placed me, I started becoming the best in class. From that very year till I finished high school, I was always the top in class, and that was my best experience after getting involved with Orphaned.
So what were you spending your time doing before you got involved with Orphaned?
Oh yes, much of the time. Okay, I was partly in school. I can say the major thing would have been school. But because of tuition and then the life circumstances, I was not always full-time in school, but the main thing would have been school. Yes, but because of that, then we used to spend much of the time in the garden, much of the time doing home activities, instead of being at school, because we were being sent back home every time and again. So we reached a point when we couldn't go to school. We just used the time to do home activities, digging, and doing the rest of that. Yeah.
So what made you want to be a doctor?
Yes, what made me want to be a doctor? First of all, I can say my family was being affected much with poverty. Most people used to get very big diseases which they cannot manage curing. And whenever they could try to consult doctors were always expensive. And I always used to feel that grief. Like most people were getting affected by, like they would fail getting to hospitals because doctors are expensive. So I chose specifically to take that section of medicine, so that with my help, possibly I can help such people. However, the other part of it is because medicine has money. I was inspired by how much the doctor earns, and I said, yes, I must also struggle to reach this. Possibly I can earn something very good and I help many people. Yes.
That's great. And so what are your, what stage of your training are you at?
Yes, right now I'm doing my 5th year. Like I'm supposed to do 5.5 years. So right now I'm already in the 5th year, and I can say I'm a junior clerker. That is before you become a doctor, you pass through 2 stages. You start with junior clerkship. From junior clerkship, you go to senior clerkship. Then from senior clerkship, you graduate as a doctor. So right now, I'm still completing my junior clerkship. After which I'll be going to senior clerkship that I will do for only 1 term, and then I graduate.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what are your hopes for the future? Like in 10 years' time, what do you see yourself doing, and what do you see your life and the way that you engage with the community look like?
Yes. My hopes from now, after completing this course, like the bachelor's, the degree, I'm hoping to go for master's now to specialize as a surgeon, and then that is if I finish well and then I get a job and then I get the money to send me back to school. That's what I'm hoping to do just after school. And then my biggest goal is to own my own facility. Yes, I have a dream that I should own my own facility. I should own a hospital where I can help people in any way I want without control of any other person. Yes, however, I'm also hoping possibly to work for the government to earn. Yes, but my main ambition in the future is to own an own facility. Yes, mainly where I can help people from. Yes.
That's great. So we're raising money to build a training centre, like an education centre. How important do you think it is that young people have the opportunity to learn skills, not just to become a doctor, obviously, but how important do you think it is for young people to learn skills?
Oh yes, I think that is so much important, in a way that most students in our most children in our area face hardships because they don't know anything. Many of them did not qualify to go for these higher education centers that are provided by the country. Most of them don't get the marks to take them to government schools, government institutions. So establishing such an institution where children will study from will be of a big help, in that these people who have not qualified to get from the government, who have not qualified to benefit from the government, will also be helped, and to equip them with skills of survival. Yes, because many children are struggling in villages without anything. They are struggling, depending on guardians, or even doing a lot of bad things because they don't have anything small. Yes, but I believe if we can establish such a skills center, it will empower so many children and it will make life better for them.
Fantastic. And final question. Obviously this video is going to go out, or this video will go out to supporters of I Am Someone.
Yes.
Was there anything that you wanted to say or to share with them?
Yes, the greatest thing that I would like to share is, first of all, to thank you so much, the donors and the sponsors of I Am Someone. We are so much grateful for your help. You've made us people. Yes, you can look at me right now. I'm very smart because of really your love. I've changed completely. I'm no longer the Emmanuel that was there in 15 years back. Yes, you've helped us. You've supported us a lot. You've made us people. You've made us become what we didn't expect. And as I speak right now, the community looks a lot upon us. And I believe we are really going to transform the communities just because of your love. And I just pray that you continue with that very big heart. You continue with that very big heart, causing change. And I'm also hoping to join you soon, to join the struggle of supporting and helping children, so that we can help many and make everyone better.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the things that really grabbed me about the way that Emmanuel spoke is when he talked and said thank you. And he said that the work that I Am Someone has done has made me a person. And for me, for those of you who've known me for a while, I had an exhibition a while ago called Becoming Fully Human. And there was something about that statement that you made me a person that was really meaningful. Because I can imagine being that poor, where you're literally just going from meal to meal with no hope, you would feel unhuman. You'd feel, I guess, like a cow in the field, that your life was always going to be the same. So I just think that was really cool. That was a really cool way of saying, I am someone, provided support to get education done, which is, it's a big thing, but it's not a big thing. It's actually quite a manageable thing. But what it did is it made Emmanuel a person. It made him capable of achieving a lot more. Now, obviously, everybody is not going to be a doctor, right? Emmanuel's, in a lovely way, kind of out of the ordinary. But by providing support to kids to do education and to thrive, so to not have to work every day, but to be able to go to school, we can actually support the next generation of people. And you hear Emmanuel talk about the fact that he wants to help other people. He wants to make sure that other people have that, have availability of doctors. And for me, the real change happens in these communities, not in the first generation of supporting young people through school, but it's when they actually start engaging with their community. And that's one of the things I love about I Am Someone, that a lot of the young people that have been involved are actively going on to support the work of I Am Someone, but also to engage deeply with their community, because they know how much it bloody hurts when you don't have that support. And it's local people that are going to improve poverty in Uganda, not overprivileged white people. We can provide this little spark. All we've got is money and a little bit of advice, but much of it is not useful. It's actually local people, and that's one of the things that excites me. It's that long view of having young Ugandans saying, okay, we can actually do this. And so, that's inspiring.